A typical objection is another sales associate said they would price it for a higher price. Make it part of your listing presentation, my friend, to explain the dangers of overpricing. It should be part of your listing presentation. Mike, but can't we just get to the point? Well, if you consistently did the same presentation, you would cover all these things. You have time to explain overpricing. It's not a 30-minute topic. It might be just literally 3 to 4 minutes. 15 minutes of the tour, 30 minutes of the presentation, 15 minutes of questions and close. 30 minutes to go over things like this, like overpricing? You don't have enough time? All right, so make it a part of your listing presentation to explain the dangers of overpricing. Go back to the market analysis and review its findings to substantiate your price. Hello? Another one, are you planning on selecting your agent based on experience, performance, and what they can do for you, or based on the price they tell you? And sometimes, well, based on the price. You have to fight it though, guys. People will react and then put, oh, but Mike, what if they say based on price? Then you should pause and say, well, then why am I giving this presentation then? Mike, oh my gosh, I'm so scared to do that. Let me tell you what I found when you say, well, why am I giving this presentation? Usually I'll get a laugh. I'll get a self-discovery saying, you know what, you're right. Either one, why am I having this guy? I want to go with the agent's going to tell me whatever price I want to hear. Or, wow, he's right. I should really interview agents and really understand what they're doing versus just finding the agent has the right price that they want. Guys, did you get that? Sometimes by just pausing and saying, hey, why am I even giving you this presentation is if that's the type of agent you want to hire. Address it. I call it going into the headwinds, like a plane going into the headwinds. You know, it's blowing and you got to just dip into it, you know? Oh, commission question. The commission question. This is the one for the books. I love talking about the commission questions. See, once you start cutting commissions, you can never stop. Never stop. See, the key is to never to start and never to play favorites. Charge everyone the same and let them know it, family and friends included. I'm going to say it one more time because this is so important. Your business it's not tangible, right? It's air. It's a service you're providing, not something tangible. It's not something physical. Everyone gets charged the same because what happens is once you start going, they always teach you to talk to your sphere of influence. They always teach you to talk to your sphere of influence to grow your business. And now you're going to then undercharge them? See, one key to getting a full commission is to provide great service. So I know I provide great service, so why should I charge somebody way below what I charge anyone else? Service levels in the real estate industry are very inconsistent. Right? Goes back to what I said earlier. Providing consistently high quality service will allow you to avoid being like the rest. But because most agents don't have a repeatable process, a consistent process, they fail and they fail hard, especially when the market transitions. Because when homeowners have the time to reflect, like they will, we're getting there, they will pause and say, I want to interview the best agent. I want to see what every single agent has to offer. And if you're just coming in with a piece of paper crumpled up with no full presentation and spending the time, you will fall. And that's another reason why you're getting low commissions too. Because they just don't see the value in you. Following up, oh boy, you've heard this so many times. Once the seller lists with you, follow up. You heard? Hello? Guys, you got the listing. You worked hard on generating listing, right? You did this crazy marketing campaign. You worked hard on calling FSBOs, expireds, your SOI. You got the listing. You did the presentation. And guess what? You listed the property and you never called the homeowner since you listed the place. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Once the seller lists with you, follow up as well. You always have to follow up with the homeowner because you're consistently selling you and your brand and the trust and the reassurance. If you don't call them, That warm and fuzzy reassurance just means that maybe this person's not the right agent. You can follow up with a phone call, a thank you note, a card, info on how to prepare their home for sale, an appointment to take measurements, photos. Find a method of contact that the seller prefers the most and provide them with a bi-weekly updates on their marketing, the status of listing, etc. I used to say every 10 days because I was carrying quite a bit of listings. Every 10 days because why? I knew that in my CRM, my customer relationship management system, every 10 days, it's time to follow up. So if I had 30 listings, I don't want to get caught into following up once a month because I will be exhausted. I did it once a month in that same day. Calling 30 people, that's not realistic. But calling every 10 days, the likelihood of me having too many people to follow up within one session is highly unlikely. Well, at certain levels, of course. But if you're not following up every 2 weeks or so, every 10 days, then guess what? When you call, that's when you're going to get the pushback. I'm not reducing my price. Do you know why they're not reducing the price? Because they don't feel reassured that you did everything possible to help them get their house sold. Think about it. You're busy selling, and if you haven't called them and haven't showed their property in 30 days, could you imagine not talking to somebody who's selling your most valuable asset for 30 days? Think about that. If you were the consumer and you had to sit and wait for 30 days to hear back from your agent, how would you feel? Handling complaints. In a service industry such as ours, which is heavily reliant on referrals, the ability to handle complaints with tact is critical. If you receive a complaint, use the opportunity to turn a negative into a positive by conveying your genuine concern and demonstrating your competence in problem solving. We are in the complaints business. I'm serious. People are going to complain if you haven't successfully sold your property. And when the market transitions, there'll be more complaints daily. So you best start learning how to handle it and go right into the headwinds. Go right in and say, I'm going to handle this. Because if you problem solve, people look at you as a top-tier professional. But most agents fold like a cardboard box when it comes to even one complaint. They fire it up. Oh my gosh, you're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe this. You're never going to believe this. And by the way, when I say this, I've been there before. I'm still there now sometimes. You're never going to believe this. It's not going to fully go away, but know that you reduce it as much as you can and solve the problem. Because once you get into the headwinds to solve the problem immediately, they're going to say, oh my gosh, I knew I chose the right agent. Respond quickly. Don't let the issue fester and blow itself out of proportion. Handle the situation in person. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to delegate that. I'm going to delegate that. I'm going to delegate. I'm going to hire somebody to handle that. I'm going to hire somebody to handle that. I'm not going to call. I don't want to go in the headwinds. Stay calm. Even if you feel the complaint is not justified, stay calm. So many agents blow it out of proportion. I'm going to be aggressive, right? Aggressive doesn't always mean that you're good at what you do. We are in the reassurance business. So for the reassurance business, if you're not cool, they're not cool. If you get in their face, you're going to get in their face. And it's not a win-win.